Use rice water on your hair for 30 days. See what happens. Did you know that the cloudy water left after rinsing rice could actually transform your hair in just 30 days? I didn't believe it either, until I tried it myself. You see, that simple rice water is loaded with nutrients like amino acids, antioxidants, and vitamins that your hair craves but probably isn't getting from your regular shampoo or conditioner. Rice water has been used for centuries in places like Japan and China for hair care, and modern studies now explain why it works so well. In this video, I'll tell you exactly what happens when you use rice water on your hair for 30 days straight, and trust me, the results are nothing short of surprising. But remember, before starting any new hair treatment, it's always a good idea to check with your dermatologist or healthcare provider. Now, let's get started. 1. Stronger hair strands. You probably wouldn't expect the cloudy water left behind after rinsing rice to have anything to do with hair strength. But once you use rice water on your hair every day for 30 days, that changes fast. What you'll start to feel isn't just surface-level softness. Your strands become more flexible, less prone to breakage, and noticeably tougher when brushing or styling. Let's start with inositol. This is a carbohydrate that works almost like a deep-acting repair molecule. When rice water is applied to your hair, inositol makes its way into the damaged areas along the shaft, not just coating the surface but actually lodging itself within weak spots in the cuticle and cortex. Over time, this creates a scaffold-like effect that holds the hair together from the inside. Even after you rinse it out, inositol continues to stay bonded within the strand, keeping it stronger with every application. Then comes the action of amino acids. Rice water contains a blend of essential amino acids that feed your hair the same way protein feeds your muscles. These building blocks help replenish lost keratin, the primary protein that makes up your hair. Without enough amino acids, hair becomes brittle and prone to breakage. But when you deliver them directly to the scalp and strands through rice water, they start reinforcing the hair structure layer by layer, which leads to more durability and elasticity. It's like putting raw materials back into the foundation of your hair. According to PubMed, rice bran has the ability to stimulate hair growth by increasing the levels of beta-catenin. 2. Faster hair growth. Hair growth often feels like a slow, frustrating process, but what if you could naturally speed it up with something already sitting in your kitchen? After using rice water on hair for 30 days, it may actually grow faster. And this isn't just some illusion or internet hype. There's a real biological reason behind it. Rice water contains a high concentration of vitamin B complex, especially niacin. This vitamin is known for improving blood circulation in the scalp. When blood flow increases around the hair follicle, it delivers more oxygen and nutrients directly to the root. This wakes up dormant follicles and energizes the active ones, allowing them to push out new hair at a quicker pace. Over time, this enhanced nutrient delivery system leads to visibly longer hair with healthier density. According to ResearchGate, a 6-month pilot study found that topical niacin derivatives significantly improved hair fullness in women with pattern hair loss. Next comes the role of ferulic acid, an antioxidant found in rice water that quietly supports faster growth by reducing oxidative stress. Every day, your scalp is exposed to UV rays, pollutants, and stress hormones, all of which may inflame or damage the follicle environment. When ferulic acid steps in, it neutralizes those free radicals and keeps the follicles in a calm, balanced state. This is important because an inflamed or stressed scalp slows down the hair cycle and may even cause follicles to shut down. With consistent use, ferulic acid helps the scalp stay in that productive, growth-friendly zone. 3. Less hair shedding. If you've ever run your fingers through your hair and ended up holding a mini handful, you're not alone. Hair shedding is super common, but when it becomes excessive, it may leave you feeling stressed and helpless. One of the key reasons using rice water for 30 days straight reduces shedding is because of its rice content of folate, a B vitamin that's crucial for healthy cell division. Your hair follicles rely on rapid cell turnover to stay active and generate strong strands. When folate is delivered directly to the scalp through rice water, it nourishes the follicular matrix, the growth engine beneath your scalp. This boosts the life cycle of your hair and keeps strands anchored in place for longer, which naturally reduces the rate of shedding. In addition, magnesium is a remarkable nutrient that may be found in rice water in minute quantities. Magnesium is an essential component in maintaining calcium equilibrium at the scalp level. Too much calcium buildup, often from hard water or product residue, may lead to follicle calcification, a condition that hardens the base of the follicle and chokes out new growth. Magnesium works to dissolve that buildup and restore proper nutrient flow, keeping the follicles more elastic and reducing the chance of premature hair release. And then there's the calming effect of allantoin, a naturally occurring compound in fermented rice water. Allantoin has proven anti-inflammatory properties that soothe irritated or stressed scalps, which is a huge win because inflammation is one of the top triggers behind hair shedding. When your scalp is inflamed, the immune response may shrink follicles and push hair into the shedding phase too early. But with daily use, allantoin helps lower that inflammation, cools down the scalp environment, and promotes a longer anagen phase, the period where hair stays rooted and continues to grow. According to ResearchGate, rice water improves hair shine, smoothness, and strength and helps maintain scalp pH. It acts as a chemical-free cleanser, protects hair from damage, and supports faster growth by delivering a natural protein boost. 4. Smoother hair texture. When you apply rice water regularly for 30 days, it fills in the tiny cracks and gaps along the cuticle, the protective outer shell of each strand, creating a smoother, glossier surface that you may feel instantly. There is a group of starch molecules that are naturally present in rice water, and they are one of the primary contributors to the creation of this effect. These starches don't just sit on top of the hair, they form a light, breathable film that wraps around each strand. This film reduces friction between hairs, which means less tangling and less frizz. As a bonus, it also helps your hair lie flatter, making it look shinier and feel silkier every time you touch it. Then there's the presence of trace proteins in rice water, which act almost like mini fillers for damaged spots along the cuticle. When your hair is exposed to heat styling, coloring, or environmental stress, the protein layers get eroded and make the surface uneven. These plant-based proteins help plug in those weak points, smoothing out rough areas and creating a more uniform strand from root to tip. With daily application, the overall structure starts to align better, which gives your hair that smooth, soft-to-the-touch texture we all want. According to ResearchGate, fermented rice water rich in antioxidants, especially inositol, was shown to reduce hair fall. When used in herbal shampoo formulations, it provided effective cleansing, low surface tension, and soothing properties, making it safe and ideal for treating hair fall. 5. Calmer, healthier scalp. Most people talk about what rice water does for your hair, but they forget where healthy hair actually starts, the scalp. After using rice water daily for 30 days, your scalp felt cleaner, calmer, and way less irritated. A major reason this transformation happens is because of the organic acids found in fermented rice water, specifically lactic acid and acetic acid. These acids help maintain a healthy pH balance on your scalp, which is essential for keeping irritation, fleckiness, and excess oil under control. Most commercial shampoos are too alkaline, and that throws your scalp out of balance. But the mild acidity of rice water helps restore that protective barrier, allowing your scalp to function naturally without overproducing oil or drying out. Furthermore, the fermentation of rice results in the formation of allantoin, which is another of the essential compounds. Allantoin has anti-inflammatory and skin-soothing properties that work almost like a calming serum for the scalp. If you've been dealing with itchiness, tenderness, or redness, this compound helps reduce that sensitivity. Over time, it desensitizes nerve endings and promotes skin regeneration, which is especially helpful if your scalp has been irritated from chemical treatments or excessive styling. According to ResearchGate, allantoin gently removes dead skin, promotes cell regeneration, and deeply hydrates. It's non-irritating and commonly used in shampoos to soothe the scalp, improve moisture, and support healing of dry or damaged skin. Then there's the gentle cleansing effect of rice water's saponins. These are natural foaming agents found in plants that lightly cleanse the scalp without stripping it dry. While they don't lather like shampoo, they're effective at lifting away dirt, sweat, and excess sebum that may clog follicles. What's great is that they do this without disrupting the scalp's natural oils, which means you're not overwashing or causing rebound oiliness. With consistent use, your scalp feels cleaner, fresher, and more balanced without needing harsh cleansers. 6. More hair volume. If your hair's been feeling flat, lifeless, or thin at the roots, use rice water every day for 30 days. One reason this volume boost happens is because of rice proteins. These aren't just surface fillers, they bind to the outer layer of your hair shaft and expand the strand diameter slightly. This gives your hair more body and structure, which creates a thicker appearance. You'll especially notice it after blow drying, when your hair looks bouncier and more lifted at the roots. And the best part is that it feels lightweight, not stiff or sticky like some volumizing products. An additional reason for the extra volume is that rice water contains vitamin E, which directly improves blood flow to the scalp. When blood flow increases, the hair follicles get more oxygen and nutrients, which strengthens the growth of thicker, denser hair. Over time, this may wake up some of the weaker or miniaturized follicles, bringing them back into full growth and creating a denser look at the roots. You're not just adding fluff, you're actually creating more strands per square inch. The final game changer is a mineral called selenium, naturally found in trace amounts in rice. Selenium helps regulate the scalp's oil production and neutralizes the free radicals that contribute to hair follicle damage. When oil levels are balanced and the scalp is detoxified, hair grows in healthier and fuller. Plus, less oil at the root means your hair lifts easier, giving it that light, voluminous bounce rather than lying limp and weighed down. According to PubMed, rice water helps hair stay in the growth phase longer. 7. Protection against heat UV damage. After consistent use of rice water daily for 30 days, your hair strands felt more resistant, less dry, less frayed, and definitely stronger. That kind of protection doesn't happen by accident. Rice water is packed with natural compounds that don't just coat your hair, they actually reinforce it from within, helping it stand up to heat tools and UV rays like a built-in shield. Ferulic acid, a potent antioxidant that helps stabilize and protect the proteins in your hair, is one of the primary reasons, and it is also one of the most important reasons. It works by neutralizing free radicals that are generated by heat styling and UV exposure. When those free radicals attack the outer cuticle of your hair, they weaken its structure, strip away shine, and leave it prone to breakage. But ferulic acid limits that oxidative damage and supports the integrity of keratin, the protein your hair is made of. So instead of fraying under pressure, your strands hold strong, even after repeated heat use. Then there's the role of vitamin B5, also known as pantothenic acid, which is often included in commercial heat protectant products, and for good reason. Rice water naturally contains this vitamin, and it helps rebuild the lipid layers of your hair that get damaged when exposed to heat. These lipids act as a moisture-sealing barrier, and when they're stripped away by curling irons or flat irons, your hair becomes brittle and dehydrated. B5 helps restore that lipid coating so your strands may hold in hydration and bounce back more quickly after heat exposure. According to ResearchGate, rice water's antioxidant and elastase inhibiting effects support scalp health by reducing inflammation and aging-related damage. This creates a healthier environment for hair growth, while its proven safety and compatibility make it ideal for use in hair care products. 8. Easier detangling. Tangles used to be the part of my hair routine I dreaded the most, especially after washing. But after applying rice water to your hair daily for 30 days, it actually changes the condition of your hair cuticle and the way your strands interact with each other. It softens, smooths, and aligns the outer surface of the hair, which makes detangling faster, gentler, and way less damaging over time. The presence of starch in rice water is one of the most significant factors that contribute to the success of this process. These plant-based starches coat the hair shaft with a light film that reduces friction between strands. When hair fibers rub against each other, they form knots, but this smooth coating keeps them from tangling so easily. It also helps loosen existing tangles by creating a subtle, natural glide, so your comb or brush moves through with less resistance and pulls out fewer strands. Silica, a trace mineral that is naturally present in rice, is also an important player. Silica helps strengthen the outer layer of the hair while also making it more flexible. That's important because brittle, stiff hair tends to snag and tangle more easily, while flexible hair may bend and separate without locking up. Over time, the buildup of silica supports a stronger, more pliable cuticle that makes detangling a breeze, especially when your hair is wet, which is when it's most vulnerable to damage. According to research, higher silicon levels in hair reduce hair loss and boost shine. It supports collagen and follicle health. And let's not forget the mild cleansing agents in rice water called saponins. These natural foaming compounds gently lift away dirt, excess oils, and product residue that often cause strands to stick together. When buildup is removed without drying out the hair, each strand becomes lighter, cleaner, and more separated, making it far easier to part, comb, or style. The combination of clean, smooth, and lightly coated strands is exactly what makes detangling feel effortless. Moving on, let's discuss how to make DIY rice water at home or stronger, healthier hair. If you've heard me talk about how rice water transformed my hair over 30 days, you might be wondering, how do you actually make it at home? For that, you don't need fancy tools or hard-to-find ingredients. In fact, if you have rice and water, you're already halfway there. Let me walk you through 3 super simple methods to make rice water right in your kitchen. 1. The soaking method. Quick, easy. Rinse a half cup of uncooked white rice to remove dirt and excess starch. Place the rinsed rice in a clean bowl and add 2 to 3 cups of water. Let it soak for 30 minutes to 1 hour. Swirl the rice occasionally, then strain the water into a clean jar or spray bottle. Store it in the fridge for up to 5 days. 2. The fermentation method. For extra strength, rinse and soak rice as mentioned above. Leave the bowl with soaked rice water at room temperature for 24 to 48 hours to ferment. Strain and store the fermented rice water in the fridge. Dilute with clean water before using, as it's more concentrated and potent. 3. The boiling method. Fast but effective. Rinse a half cup of rice and add it to 2 cups of water. Boil for about 10 to 15 minutes, then let it cool. Strain the water and transfer it into a bottle. Use within 5 days and store it in the fridge. And finally, here's a tip for you to remember. Always do a patch test before applying rice water to your whole scalp. And don't forget to stay tuned, because in the next part, I'll show you exactly how to apply rice water for maximum results. Using rice water on your hair every day for a month isn't just some random beauty trend I stumbled across. It's a powerful, time-tested ritual that's been trusted for centuries. And now, science is finally catching up to explain why it works so well. If you're like me and always looking for something natural to boost hair growth, repair damage, or bring back that healthy shine, rice water might just become your new go-to. It's simple, affordable, and surprisingly effective. Just make sure you do a quick patch test first and adjust how often you use it based on your hair type. You know your hair best. Now that we have discussed the many benefits of using rice water on hair for 30 days, let's keep the conversation going with a couple more videos. Shall we? Watch 10 foods you should never eat that will damage your health. You may also try our video on 10 signs your kidneys are crying for help. Failing kidneys. Go ahead, click one. Or better yet, watch both. Do you use rice water on your hair? Let us know in the comments below.